Hey, what's up, guys? This is MugenLord here, and I guess the rumors had made it official. It appears that The Last of Us 2 Remaster is actually a thing. So I just want to give you my quick thoughts on it. So before we dive into the video, make sure you hit the subscribe button, the notification bell for more gaming content here on this channel. So let us dive into it. Now, if you're new to this channel or you just subscribed to this channel, a couple of weeks ago, or I would say a couple months ago or so, that we talked about a rumor that had appeared online that the pretty much Naughty Dog is going to release The Last of Us 2 Remaster. And when this news or this leak had slipped out, it really caused the internet to go into a tizzy, especially on Twitter, because people were saying, no, this can't be real. They cannot be doing this. It's because this title had pretty much came out on the PS4 not too long ago. This is still a fresh title, and it looks really good on the PS4. I think it's one of the best looking PS4 games, especially for its generation, besides a few others that I can name off. But people were saying that you really don't need to remaster this, and what makes it even more funny is the fact is that when you play it on your PS5, it gets enhancements. So, you know, your base Last of Us 2 can pretty much go to 60 frames per second. So it's already gorgeous. If you play it on your PS5, you can also play it in 60 frames per second. So what is the reason for this? It just doesn't make any sense. And a lot of, you know, fans, or the fanboy wars when it comes to the consoles, where Xbox versus Sony, Xbox fans are poking at the Sony fans saying that, yo, like, all this generation what Sony's been doing is just releasing nothing but remasters and remakes. And now this just adds more fuel to that. And what I've also mentioned is that if this happens to be true, then I guess we can also expect the rumor of Horizon Zero Dawn remake to pretty much surface pretty soon, since Sony has been putting a lot of emphasis on that franchise and really want to like bleed it out as much as possible. So when it comes to The Last of Us 2, what are we getting with this? Because Game Explain had pretty much did a side-by-side comparison, Last of Us 2 for the PS4 and then the remaster. And as you can see, there's not, you really can't really see anything that's much different. But some of the things that I do add to it, as far as how can you get your hands on it if you're a previous owner, they did say that is a $10 upgrade. Now, to some people, that may not be bad at all. But you also got to look at the flip side of it, for the simple fact is that they're still reselling this game at premium price of $70. So if you didn't get the game before, you still have to shell out $70 fucking for a remaster of a game that came out about maybe 3 or 4 years ago. That's crazy. And what this precedent has set up is that if they continue to be successful with this, especially with Naughty Dog and how they just remastering these titles like this, and how, if true, that we're going to get Horizon Zero Dawn remake pretty soon, all it does is set the precedence that game studios are looking at this as examples of what they can get away with. Because no way in the world that this should be allowed, or should even be acceptable. But if they get away with this, expect other studios to follow suit with this, of remaking games or remastering games that just released like not even in 5 years, you know, and they can get away with it if fans go out and actually support this nonsense. It's really crazy. But they also said they are adding, it's another mode, a roguelike mode, that they're also supposed to be adding, and probably like 2 other, you know, gameplay segments that they add into it. But that's not enough to justify $70. But as I said before, they can get away with this if people go out here and support this. And what makes this even more funny is you have fans who are waiting for the Faction 2 that they were supposed to release, this multiplayer aspect that many fans was hoping that they'll be able to dive back into the world of The Last of Us, you know, with this new game. And this game has been pretty much been, I guess you say, delayed indefinitely until they figure out what the hell they're going to do, because it is a live service game, and it seems like a lot of these studios are still pushing emphasis on these live service games. But it's funny that not only that they were able to release, you know, Last of Us Part 1 remake, they were also able to release Last of Us 2, and now Last of Us 2 remaster way before this Factions game was supposed to come out, which we have never seen just yet, which still has a lot of fans scratching their head. But what is going on with Naughty Dog? Because now you have fans also pointing out, and some journalists are pointing this out too, is that Naughty Dog haven't been pushing out anything other than what we have seen, which is the Uncharted games and the Last of Us games as well. And as you look back at their catalog, it started back in 2007 where they released Uncharted 1, 2009 Uncharted 2, then 2011 Uncharted 3, and then 2013 The Last of Us, and then The Last of Us Left Behind, which is 2014, and then back to Uncharted 4 2016, and then Uncharted Lost Legacy 2017, and then of course The Last of Us 2 2020. So yes, 3 years later, now we're hearing about a Last of Us 2 remaster, and I think that's pretty crazy. And they've been dishing out these games back to back, not too far apart. Most of them like spread 2 years apart from one another. They've been pushing out nothing but Uncharted and then Last of Us, and many people are wondering, are we going to get anything new other than these titles? Are we going to get new IPs? Are we going to get even a revival of the Jack series, which people are hoping to see sometime in the near future, which I doubt we'll probably ever see ever again. But it seemed like they're just milking this cow as long as they possibly can, and I just find it hilarious. But that pretty much just wrapped this up. It's just a quick video that is like, they just running this dry. They just want to see how far they can get away with this. And the fact is that fans were going to buy this, no doubt. This game is going to sell really well. That's the funny part about this. I see a lot of complaints about this, but a lot of fans are going to buy this game at full premium price. Full premium price. People are going to buy this, and it's going to be really sad, is because the entire industry is going to get affected by this. The entire industry, because game developers are going to see this and they're going to follow suit. They only follow the money. They don't look at what fans, they don't really take our feedback under consideration, especially when the money is saying otherwise. Because we can cry and complain about a lot of this nonsense that goes on, but the more and more we put money into their pockets, they're only going to listen to the money. For them to stop this, or to change gears, or to make things much fairer and make it consumer friendly for fans, then you have to speak with your wallet. And you know what I said in a lot of my other videos is that it's not my place to tell you guys how to spend your money. If you think it's worth it, then go ahead. It's your money. You want to play video games, you want to, you know, take a break and just escape reality, then go ahead. That's your money. So it's not my place to tell you guys what to do with your money. But me, I never bought any of these games anyway, but my brothers and them were fans of the Uncharted and also The Last of Us, but they won't be picking this up. They didn't even bother to pick up The Last of Us 2 Part 2 at all, but they were fans of this, so they're already saying that, hey, you know, I'm not going to even bother with this. And the thing is, I have The Last of Us 1 that came bundled with my PS4, and only popped it in once and then just turned it off after I got past the intro or whatever. This wasn't for me. But I definitely want to hear your thoughts in the comment sections below. Do you think this is nonsense? Do you think they're going to continue this this pattern? Do you think, if successful, do you think other studios are going to follow suit with this practice? Definitely want to hear your thoughts. If you like the video, hit the like button, subscribe button for more gaming content here on this channel. This is MugenLord signing off. I'll see you game fiends later. Peace out.